And we're here with Elliott Ferguson, the president and CEO of Destination DC, our nation's capital. Elliott, always a pleasure to see you, my friend.
Likewise, Michael.
A lot of things happening in Washington, DC, and I know you've got a lot to tell me about. So,
yeah, absolutely. We take credit for all the good stuff that's not taking place on the Hill, and we're really excited about all the changes to our city, all the great development, and of course all the new infrastructure that's happening in Washington. So it's an exciting place to be right now.
So are you seeing a change in the traditional mix of business? Obviously, there's a tremendous amount of association business that comes to DC, corporate meetings, some incentive programs from groups from around the world. But are you seeing that shift at all?
Well, fortunately for us, we are. We're focusing a lot more on specific types of meetings like technology, medical, those high-tech meetings that traditionally did not look at Washington as a destination, but they're looking at us because of the tie to government, which is one of the good things about being in Washington, D.C., as well as National Institute of Health, and of course the regional draw. So we're focusing a lot more on specific industries that are really effective for us as a destination.
Well, and of course you've got fantastic hotels in DC, but also when you talk about the restaurants, the whole culinary explosion, right?
Yeah, you know, the nice thing about our restaurant scene in Washington is that we were the 4th city in the United States to be awarded a Michelin guide. So it makes it a lot easier versus the guy who's responsible for going around and saying how great Washington is when Michelin basically validates your restaurant scene. So this is the 2nd edition coming out very soon, and it really has helped catapult what we've always known and what people that are visiting Washington know about the restaurant scene, as well as other scenes in our city. You know, our theme is DC Cool, and we love monuments, memorials, and museums, and that's a great reason to visit. But if you don't think about retail, nightlife, the fact that we've got the 2nd largest number of theater seats outside of New York City, outdoor activities, sporting events, and shopping, those things really resonate through the campaign, and of course restaurants through the Michelin Guide.
Well, you've got the whole package for sure, but what's interesting in talking to some of your folks is that you're seeing this subtle shift in the generations, you know. So guys like me are kind of fading out, and we've got all the new blood coming in, and they're demanding and asking for more experiential things, which DC can offer.
No, you're absolutely right, and you know, let's just face it, 80% of my team they're all young enough to be my kids now. So, and with that, we are focusing on different mediums and communicating with them. With the Asian market, we are focusing on WeChat with China. As a matter of fact, I just left a meeting. We were talking about the fact that we hired someone to focus solely on WeChat, which is the Facebook for China, and the fact that Washington, D.C. is the #1 city on WeChat right now. And as we're looking at the domestic market, we are focusing on things that resonate with them. We know that they want to have great experiences when they come to Washington, but they want to have a great time. So nightlife plays a huge role in it. The community experiences, going to Georgetown, which is traditional, but also going to Ivy City and going to other neighborhoods that really have phenomenal restaurants that really resonate with the local and the younger community that's traveling.
Well, and the other thing that's really important from a meeting planner's perspective, of course, is you've got 3 airports.
Yep.
So you can bring people in from all over the world, and of course, in that Northeast corridor with Amtrak, folks can hop on a train and be there in no time.
Yeah, we're really, really fortunate to have, of course, Dulles for all international flights coming into Washington, D.C. and Northern Virginia, and by 2020, Metro will run to Dulles, and we'll bring folks directly downtown, and of course Reagan National. So as we're looking at the international meetings and visitors to the city, we always promote the fact, fly into Dulles, take the train in a few years from Dulles to downtown Washington, and then from there you can catch, as you said, Amtrak or Acela or some of the bus services that take you throughout the city, throughout the country and the region. So we're fortunate as a region to have Maryland and Virginia, and part of our efforts is to market the region. So we encourage going to the wine country in Loudoun County in Virginia, or going to historic Annapolis, or of course going to Baltimore for crabs. So the region itself is a draw. We selfishly like to think that Washington is kind of the nut that really makes people want to come to our area and really enjoy Washington and the greater Washington area.